In the world of modern warfare, battles no longer begin with gunfire. They begin with silence. A silence crafted by lines of code hidden in the dark corners of the digital world. For 72 hours, an entire European nation disappeared from the map. Banks froze. Hospitals shut down. Transportation collapsed. Government systems failed. The country was paralyzed. And the person behind this unprecedented blackout was not an army, not a foreign intelligence service, but a single hacker known only as Tank. This is the story of the most controversial digital coup of the 21st century. A story that governments fear and cybersecurity experts still cannot explain. Tank first appeared online at the age of 16, not in gaming forums, not on social media, but deep inside a hidden Russian cybercrime community. Most teenagers were playing games. Tank was studying national infrastructures, electrical grids, telecommunication systems, banking networks, industrial control systems. He didn't break them, he dismantled them intellectually, piece by piece. Forum moderators described him as the kid who doesn't hack systems. He understands them on a level that doesn't make sense. By 17, Tank had quietly mapped vulnerabilities across several small nations, not to exploit them, but to analyze the way they could fail. It became his obsession. At 19, Tank vanished. His accounts were deleted, his posts removed. Every trace of his presence was erased. 6 months of absolute silence, and then he returned, with skills far beyond anything he had shown before, skills usually associated with state-level cyber units. Rumors began spreading in underground forums. Some claimed he had been recruited by a secret intelligence program. Others said he had joined a digital mercenary group. A few suggested he had been forced into training. Whatever the truth, Tank was different. He began conducting unauthorized penetration tests, not on companies, not on individuals, but on entire nations. He targeted electrical grids, water control systems, air traffic networks, systematically studying their weaknesses, preparing something he later called the perfect blackout. August 27th, 3:41 a.m., a small European nation. Tank initiates Phase 1 of his operation. Power grids begin failing. Control rooms receive phantom commands. Circuit breakers malfunction in perfect sync. SCADA systems show false readings. Hospital equipment shuts down. Traffic lights freeze. Emergency hotlines collapse. At 4:11 a.m., Phase 2 begins. Bank networks freeze. ATM systems shut down. Credit cards stop working. Digital payments fail. Backup servers compromised, redundant lines locked, disaster recovery systems corrupted. The entire nation enters digital silence. No power, no money, no communication, no data, no answers, and Tank watches everything from a dark room lit by a single green monitor, calm, precise, silent. At 11 a.m., the government declares a national digital state of emergency, the first in its history. International agencies attempt to assist: Europol, Interpol, NATO cyber divisions. Then Tank sends a message, not a ransom note, not extortion, a challenge. You have 72 hours to regain control. If you succeed, I disappear. If you fail, the reset begins. No demands, no money, no political message. Tank wasn't seeking chaos. He was testing resilience. For him, this wasn't an attack. It was an experiment, a national stress test performed by one man. Or 71, minute 24. After days without sleep, an elite cyber response team regains partial control of the power grid. Engineers isolate surviving network segments. Banks restore limited function. Telecommunications flicker back to life. Tank observes. He sees the nation fight back. Struggling, but recovering. And then, he enters a final command: restore all lights return. Hospitals reconnect. Banking systems reboot. Transport resumes. But the digital logs, the only trail leading to Tank, are completely erased. Tank disappears again into the digital void. His final message reads, "Nations don't fall because of hackers. They fall because they aren't prepared." Tank was never identified, never arrested, never traced. Some believe he acted as a whistleblower. Others fear he was a rogue product of a government experiment. Many think he's still watching, studying weaknesses, measuring what comes next, in a world where a single individual can cripple millions. One question remains: was Tank a criminal or a warning? And if one man could overpower a nation, what happens when the next one decides not to give it back?